So I didn't even know this game existed until a couple days ago. I ended up picking it up, and it's actually pretty fun. If you like roguelite games, you're going to dig this game. Basically, a roguelite, in case you don't know, basically to sum it up, is if you end up meeting your end, you have to restart the game over. There's checkpoints, of course, that you can reach in this. It's not all that bad, but the game's actually pretty fun. I didn't even know it existed, and I'm liking it quite a bit. Despite the main character looking like Karen in space, it's actually a pretty good game. Come on, this is like a lazy character. She literally does. If you were to take a meme and say Karen underneath it, she would look. You'd put Karen in space. Anyway. Not that it really matters, but the critics are liking the game. It's got an 86 over on Metacritic based on 86 critic reviews, which are pretty good. Most people like the game. They give it good reviews despite the game being difficult, which I find funny. I don't understand why this game isn't getting the whole it's too difficult. It's too difficult editorial like Dark Souls gets. Like, remember when Demon Souls came out? There was about 15 articles a week about how Souls games are too hard and we need an easy mode in the Souls games. Which, to me, I think that they did that just because they're trying to flex muscle on the Souls game studio. And luckily, being a Japanese studio as they are, they gave games critics a giant middle finger and said, we're going to stick to our integrity. And they still keep pestering them. They're not doing that with Returnal, though I suspect they will once some of the other games journalists start picking the game up. But for the most part, the critics that reviewed it so far seem to like the challenge. And it is a challenging game. I'm probably going to play it tonight on my Twitch channel. So follow me on Twitch if you want to watch that. There's a link for that in the description. So the game's doing pretty good. People seem to like it. This, of course, is going to bring in some of the hot takes that you can expect by now over on the Twitter. Kotaku says, sorry, your cis white woman protagonist isn't progressive. They got ratioed to hell and back. Right here, you can see 1.2K comments, 665 likes. I got in on the fun right here, because why not? But as you can see, Kotaku quite upset that all of these video games have these white ladies running around in them, even though just a year or two ago, they were complaining about the fact that there were no women in games. Proving once again that you can never satisfy outlets like this because they're always looking for their little bit of rage bait. So this shouldn't surprise anybody. And just to prove the point here, look what they put in the thumbnail. The 3 biggest games coming out of the summer so far. We got the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Is that what they're calling it? Is it the Legendary Edition? It's all 3, basically. And then you have the Vampire Lady from Resident Evil, which is funny because she's not a protagonist. I'm pretty sure she is a villain in the game, but whatever. And then you have Space Karen from Returnal. I would say that that's pretty progressive. I don't even think she's wearing makeup. You know what I'm saying? Female Shepard's got eyeliner on. I think even Vampire Lady does. She's not wearing any makeup. I would say that should fit the narrative, but they're still mad. And they say this is the default. But when I look at these games, my excitement dims into frustration. And like the tiniest drop of ink in a crystal clear glass of water, it begins to take over. Though these games star women, monstrous women, badass women, or furry women. That's right, she said furry women. All the women are hot or voiced by hot actresses, so I can't quite feel the same sea of change as others when they look at these games? So we're not gonna. That's all I need to. The whole article whining about this. It's gonna get its clicks. I'm clicking on it right now, though. I use an archive link. It's the same old thing with Kotaku. I can't wait for Kotaku to go out of business. When is it gonna happen? Like, because they're not making any money. Does anybody so who's this paying for this advertisement right here? Putting Star Wars. There's no one going to buy these toys looking at this website. Real people don't go here. So it's just like, how do they just keep going? I don't get it. And I've talked about this before. They pay their staff $50,000 to start. So they've got to have a salary of $1 million alone. I don't get how they stay running. Then we've got this review for Returnal coming from Paste. I don't really know too much about Paste other than it's got this article that I did a video on a long time ago about how samurai games are racist because they have Asian music or something. I don't know. Same writer who wrote that article and the one I'm going to talk about, I guess, is quitting because nobody appreciates her hot takes. By the way, don't contact anybody here. Leave everybody alone, please. But basically, she's quitting because she doesn't feel appreciated, and she also hates Colin Moriarty and Greg Miller. It says literally F everyone who still rolls deep with Greg Miller. He's like he tries to be the wokest person in gaming, but see, it's still not enough. And Colin Moriarty, he gets such a bad shake. It's such BS. Basically, she's quitting AAA games, which is a shame because we won't get such hot takes of how Returnal is ruined by capitalism. By the time I was trying to solve the mystery of a mid-century farmhouse, I kind of stopped caring about the promise of the future because I'm fully convinced now that AAA is just a more expensive-looking caliber of game. It's a creative dead end in an industry that doesn't even realize it's gasping for air in a world wrecked by seismic convulsions of capitalism. Whoa. Whoa, what a shame we won't get these hot takes anymore. And what do you mean? This Returnals is a risk. I haven't seen anything like this at AAA level in a long time. I would say it's kind of a risky game. But it doesn't stop here. Okay, we got to get a little political here. The game reveals almost immediately that we're in the loop before the game begins, but takes forever to get around to the shape of what drives Celine. It's very backwards, but the idea being we're supposed to be driven by the awe and majesty of weirdness of this alien world. Returnal is really hyped to keep talking about how alien everything is, but Xeno prefix abounds, and it's a little uncomfortable in a world where even the Democratic Party has shown us they're just as xenophobic as the Republicans they promised us they were better than. So, plenty of hot takes going around, but if you want my opinion, if you've got a PlayStation 5, you might want to check out the game. Plus, it's like the only other game besides Demon's Souls that's like exclusive to the platform, which is kind of funny if you think about it. Plenty of hot takes to go around, though. Plenty of dumb ones. It seems like with every AAA release, we have to shift through some hot takes. I'm really looking forward to Resident Evil Village. I would suspect that game is going to bring some beautiful content when it releases. And that's not that far away. I think it comes out next week, or is it the week after? I know it comes out next month. I have it pre-ordered. So we'll be going through that one on Twitch as well when it drops. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that and subscribe if you're new.